Hey guys, so we just had a couple babies born this morning. They're a little bit cold, so I'm gonna make a goat coat. I'm gonna show you how to do that. As you can see, this one here is one that I've already made, and then I've got the sleeve of a jacket. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna follow this pattern, and if you can see, it's just a big hole here. There's a reason for that, and then nothing on the bottom. So you have to excuse us. We're in romper room. This is where all the moms are with their brand new babies. And they tend to do a lot of crying. So I'm just going to follow this pattern. I'm just going to take the head part, which is going to be this. And then I'm going to basically, I'll just leave it on for you guys. But so I'm just going to cut this in a half moon, and I'm doing both sides at once. So I'm not just making a small circle. There's a reason. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that out, which is a full circle, or not actually a circle, but close. And then the reason I'm going to leave this strip here, you'll see in a minute, I'm going to go ahead and cut up this side pretty much up to here, and then I'm going to go across. And there's a big reason for that. I might make this one just a little bit longer because some of these babies are a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to cut right up to my fold. Now, the reason I did it this way is twofold. Now, most of the time, most of the time, if you know where a goat's penis is, it's way up in here. So I may have to, if it's a boy, I may have to make this centerpiece a little bit thinner. But that's what you need to do. And the reason why is because a lot of people make these little footholes. I don't like each leg being in a specific foothold because it bunches between them and it can irritate the skin. It's very uncomfortable to walk. So I'm gonna pop in there, grab that little baby that's laying down like that, the one that doesn't look like it's doing so good, which it is, it just was born. And I'm gonna put this on it, and it's probably, might be too big, might not. I'm going to assess it. Hi, Dottie. Can Grandma play with your baby? Hi, Grandma. So, I'm going to sit right here. Hi, Dot. Hi, Mommy. I'm going to take this little person. Hopefully you can see me. Oh, you want to give her some more kisses? Dottie, I'm going to go ahead and rub her scent on this just to make sure Dot knows whose it is. And Dottie still has her placenta in here. So I'm gonna take her placenta and just pat the scent onto the jacket. The biggest issue is you don't want the mom to be like, that's not my child anymore, because if that happens, you're in trouble. So I'm gonna wind it up here. I'm gonna take the head part, which was the arm part. I'm gonna put it over the baby's head, just like that. Pull out the ears. And then that hole that I made for the legs, put both of the legs through the same hole, because now it's only going to be held on. Ooh, you're so big. It's only going to be held on by that band that I was telling you about. And this is a little girl, so we're good with that. But you can see now why I don't do those individual footholes like a lot of people do, is because they have it to where this section, so there's a hole here and a hole here, and then this is wrapped up. It's really unhealthy. We want those babies to be able to have full access to their swallowing and all that stuff. So I highly suggest doing it that way. Then, if you did it right, when you turn them over, what's keeping it on, again, is this band. Now, if it was a male, I might need to do a little extra trim because their penises are so high. But now this goat has a goat coat. And I prefer doing it this way because I don't want that little hole here, little hole here. It's not comfortable for them. This baby will now be able to move freely, completely freely, and it will be warm. It has a sweatshirt jacket arm on, so that's really going to help. Let's make sure that she knows it's her child. Make sure she's not going to reject it in any way. Let's put it over here, make sure I can see her kissing it. I think I'll roll this down, make sure it has plenty of looseness around its neck. And see if I can get her to, oh, I thought that was your placenta. Well, you got another placenta. So let's see. I'm trying to get this baby over here, and you probably can't see me now, but what I'm doing is trying to get the baby under the teat. So I don't know what you can see, but I'll turn it a little bit. Come on, Munchie. The more the baby's in the mom's urine and all that, and placenta, the better chance the baby's gonna have to get up on its feet and try to learn to nurse. This baby hasn't walked yet, so we are having incredibly cold weather tomorrow. It's supposed to be 1 degree during the day, so it's gonna be imperative that we get these little guys warmed up. Now this little goat right here is huge. I'm gonna guess about 8 pounds because he's a monster. And because he's getting up and moving around a lot, he's not quite as cold as this other little tiger was. Let's see if she's getting her milk. You're not finding it. You'll have Grandma help you? Whoop, head plant. Head plant. Now, if some of you guys may wonder why we use sawdust and not hay or straw, straw sucks. Straw does not absorb moisture. The babies lay in the moisture. They get freezing cold, and it is incredibly heavy to clean. This stuff we can change every couple days. It's not expensive, and it keeps the babies very warm and toasty. So I'm gonna keep putting that up. Head plant. Head plant. Let's dry it again. Let's try it again. Grandma's gonna help you this time. Make sure you don't head plant. Let's get that. I've already checked her teats. They're great. She has fantastic colostrum. So at this point, I'm just trying to get the baby on there. And I don't have to do this, but the colostrum helps kind of wake that baby up and warm its insides. So that's the goal right now, is just to squirt colostrum in its mouth and have it go, whoa, that's good. Was that good? Yeah, let's try that again. Look for yourself. I've noticed one thing about goats. If you try to hold them or try to put them up, they resist. If you let them try to figure it out on their own, then they're usually pretty successful. And we face planted again. You're just a face planter. Let me get my puddle pad. Sometimes, guys, if you take a puddle pad and put it under the mom, the babies might be able to have a little bit more stable place to stand up. Let's try to get her to do it on her own. There she goes. I'm gonna help her not face plant. Oh, it's called the side roll. Hey, you're not coming in here. Don't even ask. She's got her face pressed up against the teat. She just doesn't have the energy yet to really go for it. And that's okay. She doesn't need to. She doesn't need to. So I'm going to hold her by her coat. That'll give her a little more stability, and she doesn't know I'm actually holding her. Oh, your brother tried to headbutt me and nurse on me. I'm going to wiggle her a little bit, get her moving. That's the best way to get a baby's blood flow moving, is just kind of wiggling them around. And she knows that I'm doing this, and that's why she's resisting. So say, do not like human intervention. And that's okay. I don't need to do this. I can leave her alone, come back in an hour. This little guy right here, come on, you're going to have to learn to stand. But do you see why it's so important to have that larger hole so they have their whole arms? They need it because they're trying to figure out even how to stand up. And if they have that restriction, it's going to make it a lot harder. There she goes. There she goes. Oh, she's trying now. Good girl. Hey, Munch. Oh, my God. I don't know what you weigh. I'm going to have to weigh you. I'd say 8 to 9 pounds. Yeah, you're a good boy, but you're cold. Let's see if this coat will fit you. It might. Let me see how Mommy feels about this coat. Put a little mommy smell on it. And then you can wash these coats. I just would not recommend any like super smelly stuff. I'm gonna put this jacket on you because you're cold. Here's that one that I don't have milk for you. No, I already nursed my babies. My babies are big babies. No, I don't have little babies and milky for little babies anymore. Come here. Let's put this one on you and see if it fits. It might not because you're really big. we'll check. 2 legs through that hole. Pull it down over their chest area if you can. And this jacket looks like it might fit you. Might be a little too small. Let's try. Oh, there you go, big man. This one was cut to fit a male, so we should be okay with that. Stand up, let me see. Grandma see. Oh, no, not too tight. He says, what the heck is on me? There you go. We got to get your sister warmed up. Come on, little sister. Get you guys a heating pad for a little bit and get you warm. So these guys were born out, I don't know if I told you, but they were born out behind the shed. The first one that was born was this male, and he was smart enough, don't ask me how, he crawled off and went underneath the shed and was laying there with the cat. So that was good. This one was just laying on its side in the cold. Dottie was trying to get it up, but she just wasn't having it. So, and again, with it being dang near almost close to negative outside, they're going to need a little extra attention. As long as I squirt some colostrum in its mouth fairly often, it'll be fine. And she's already warming up. I can totally feel the warmth underneath this jacket arm. Hi. Such a break. Your brother found it on his legs. What about you? Would you like to go try? You're going to have to get a little stronger. Oh, she's just cold. Mama, I'm going to put your baby back over here under the heat lamp for a while. And I will make sure that she gets milk until she's ready to get up, okay? I'm going to just let her stay right here under the heat lamp and let her warm, because she's not. Your son, he's off and running. She cold, Mommy. She cold, Mommy. She cold. Might have to bring her out a heat pad. Sometimes the heating pad works better than the heat lamp, because the heating pad comes up from underneath and can really do a great job warming that up. The heating pad, or the puddle pad, helps because it keeps the moisture from coming up through the back of the puddle pad. It doesn't keep it cold out, but it does keep the moisture. So I'm going to put her on this for a little bit with a pad over it. Just remember, don't put it on high, or if you do, check on it. I'm going to see if I can find another extension cord, but for right now, I'm going to do this. I do have a really, really big, I do have a pretty big heater, the DeWalt heater that I can put on also, but I'm not expert at that, so I think I would prefer my husband. He just ran to go get more things. So for right now, I'm going to put this heating pad on high so it can warm up, and then I'll probably turn it down to medium and keep her warm. I'm going to grab myself a new puddle pad. And I'm going to put the puddle pad down on the ground, down under the shavings. I'm going to put the heating pad on that, and then I'm going to put the baby on top of that other puddle pad. See if that helps for a little while. See if we can get her moving is the goal, huh, Dot? I know. You got to get up. You can't lay around and just freeze. That's what happens when people lay around. They get cold. So let's get this one back down on that one. Lay your butt right there. You're going to get toasty mosty. Give that a few minutes to heat up. A lot of times too, if there's any way possible, you can keep those babies propped up instead of over on the side like that. It's also better. I'm going to prop her up a little bit with this towel. I don't like to intervene, and I don't if I don't have to. But in this case, she needs it. Heating pads coming together. I'm going to find another extension cord to get that heat lamp on at the same time. Dottie, I can throw that out for you if you don't want to eat it. Dot, here, let Mommy take it. We already ate one. So I'm taking I'm going to take the placenta and give it to my dog unless she absolutely wants it, which I don't think she does because she's already eaten one. So I'm going to throw this outside. Keep the placenta clean. Areas clean, that way we don't have to worry about. Oh, good Lord, go find your child, lady. Just go find your child. It's really okay. If you look, you will find it. My Lord. Here is an extension cord that is plugged into that. So I need to go probably next door and find one. So I'll let you guys watch the babies. I'll be back in a second. That other extension. Oh, stop. I'm here. I'm going to plug in your heat lamp so your baby can get it from top and bottom. Look, she's already not shivering it quite as bad. That eating pad is in there. What are you doing? Hi. How are you? Hi, Cashmere. Hi, Betty. Grandma's going to get this one plugged in so we can have a heat lamp and a heating pad. Two sources. Once you get warmed up, we'll be able to wean you off that pretty quickly. And I might go ahead right now and give you just a tiny shot of molasses, which has been sitting in the sun, just to get your bones up and moving. So I'm just going to take a tiny bit of molasses, put it on my finger. Buddy, Dottie, would you like some? Do you need some extra energy? Good girl. Yeah, you're a good girl. Just a little extra energy. Having babies is hard, huh? I know. I've had 4. And about 2,000 of you guys. Thank you, Betty. I'm going to do the same for her daughter. The little boy's doing good. I'm not going to worry about him. Betty, that's it for the molasses, girl. I think we're gonna not do any more of that. But as far as this little girl, it's over here cold. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little in her mouth. Just to give her a little boost. There she goes. That'll help. And she's under the heat lamp. So give her about 20 minutes or so. Get her on the heat lamp, get her a baby coat on. See how she's feeling inside of their mouths. If you check, you can feel she's not too cold inside of her. Oh, look, that's it. That molasses said I need to perk up. Yep, she'll get perked up here real quick. That heating pad should be pretty warm by now. Oh yeah, it feels fabulous. I want to crawl in there. Yeah. Look at that boy. Good Lord, he's huge. No. Okay, so little man, he's big. Look how big his butt is. So yeah, she looks sick, but she's not. She's just cold. She's on a heating pad. She's got a coat on. She's got a blanket to keep her head propped up. And she has a heat lamp. There's really not much more I can do other than taking her in the house. And that is my very, very last resort. Because if I take her in the house, I'm going to be dealing with a whole nother ball of wax. Definitely don't want to do that. So I've got a bunch of coats and material at my house at the office up here, the fifth wheel, and I'm going to make some more coats. So when anybody's worn out here in the 0-degree weather, I have enough coats. So Mom took her with that coat on, so that's great. So I'm gonna go ahead and make another one for either the next baby born or for this one down here. So I've got the neck. And I'm gonna cut out a nice little loop-de-loop here for the legs. Like I said before, I don't like making singles. That just does not work well. And then I've got his tummy part here, his neck and his tummy. I'm gonna go straight up with that. And I'm actually gonna go down. This is what's gonna be over his tummy. And then I can adjust it per the size of the goat. And then I'm gonna go straight up here. So I have another goat coat ready. So that was all it took. I purchased a few goat coats on Amazon and they're great. They're beautiful. They were 20 bucks a piece. They're made out of more like a sleeping bag material. And I got what I was told was to be like infant small, but that infant small is like, would not fit any of these baby goats at all, even the 10 pounders. It's way, way, way too big. So I think she did a great job. I think they're beautiful and a lot of hard work goes into those. But for us, I mean, we raise boar and those coats, yeah, they don't work. Unfortunately, I was hoping it would, but it might work on a sick baby that's a couple of months old, but not on a newborn. I'm gonna see if I can put this red one actually on this big boy because I'm a little bit concerned that one that he has on now might be designed for a little bit smaller person. Come here. No, come here. Plus you can pick them up real easy. I'm gonna come around on the other side. My camera a little bit. Oh, Dottie, he's not going anywhere. But I am gonna take this coat off of him because he's big. Let's try a different one. And if this one doesn't work, we'll try even a different one until we get you. But the thing is, the inside of this is really warm. That's a wool sweater that I had. Yeah, let's get this one on you. Get it over your head and get nice and toasty. Oh, Dottie, thank you for kissing me. This guy's so big, I don't even know if this one will work. Okay, let's see. Let's get your little leggies through your leggy hole. Oh, thank you. I love you too. I love you too. Okay. I know, I'm trying here, but it's kind of difficult. You're kind of difficult because you're big. There. Oh, yeah. Much better. Now you can see how much better this coat fits him. It goes all the way down his back. He has plenty of room for his arms. It's just a little band. His penis is all the way down here. So that is an excellent coat for him. And I just trimmed the sides. So there you have it. You should go sit with your sister and stop yelling at Grandma. So there you have it, folks. 2 goat coats. With a very loving mommy. Dottie, do you hear Coda barking? Sound like danger? Well, I'm going to let these 2 lay down and sleep and get nice and warm. We'll come back out here in about a half an hour, work on feeding that second goat again. That one that's laying down's got quite a bit of colostrum. I hand fed it to her, so I think we should be okay. So that's what's going on here at Lachey Goat Ranch and Rental. If you don't know, we own a landscape maintenance company when we utilize goats, and we're usually booked solid a year in advance. But we also sell 4-H goats, we sell meat goats, we sell bottle babies, we sell pets, we sell herd starts, and we have... We do an absolute best to do a fantastic job with our animals and give them all the best care and love that we can. If you want to check us out, we're on Facebook at lacheygoats.com. I'm also on TikTok at Blue River 67, and here on YouTube, which I'm starting my channel, will be probably Lachey Ranch. So, or Lachey Goat Ranch. But please like, please subscribe. I would really love the support. I'm new at this, and I just want to keep sharing the journey with our goats and answer all the questions that I possibly can for people that do have questions. I also wanted to say that we typically run up to 400 to 500 goats at a time, so we definitely have a lot of experience to offer. So I look forward to being back here again soon, and take care.